Let's get over to China now. That's where Disneyland Shanghai reopened to customers after a 3-month shutdown. Eunice Yoon joins us right now with a look at what theme parks could look like in a post-COVID world. And Eunice, you know, if you open it and they come, I guess that's one part of the story.
Yeah, no, it's true. People are coming. Of course, Disney is managing the coronavirus concerns by screening everyone's temperature. They're asking that visitors wear masks and also that they keep a safe distance from each other. Another sign life is getting back to normal in Shanghai, selfies in front of the Disneyland castle. After being shut for 15 weeks, Shanghai Disneyland today became the only Disney theme park open for business. But it's definitely not business as usual. The park is still under post-pandemic restrictions to keep people healthy. The man in charge to do that here is head of operations, Andrew Bolstein.
We always have that space around everybody they can feel comfortable.
Every line has markers instructing people to keep at least 3 feet away from the next person at entrances and even while on rides like Pirates of the Caribbean.
As our guests are loading in, you'll see we put an empty seat between each group and then also an empty row between each of the rows.
At the park, visitors get constant reminders to keep a safe distance from each other. At the restaurants, entire tables are being blocked off.
All the restaurants, the menus are staying the same, but some of the service styles may be different. So we're not doing buffets. We're going to have a buffet concept, but we actually will serve the food for you.
Hand sanitizer is available at restaurants and stores. Mobile payments are encouraged to avoid passing of cash. Theaters will stay shut, parades limited, no fireworks to discourage crowds. But you can still see your favorite characters. Just don't get that close. Mickey and the gang are social distancing just like everybody else. No shaking hands or hugging. That has to wait for safer times.
So Disney is capping the daily capacity at 30%, so that's about 24,000 visitors a day. And, you know, guys, what's interesting is that from just a general experience for the visitors here today, it's less crowded. And if you could get over the idea that there is this pandemic going on, and so if you could kind of get over that fear, the experience is quite nice. I mean, a lot of people were talking about how it's not very crowded, a lot of excitement that you only have to wait in line. People were saying for about 5 minutes to get onto our ride. So there isn't that same level of kind of stress to get everything done that you might see at a park if you go to Disney.
Hey, Eunice, I wondered how they were going to deal with the social distancing. And we have been telling people, the CDC has been telling people, and I think WHO has too, that you need to have 6 feet in between people. So how'd they come up with the 3 feet?
Yeah, you know, the company said that there are several different guidelines. And in China right now, it's actually been 1 meter or 3 feet. So they were going with the 3 feet or 1 meter guideline. But, yeah, it's different. I think that what's happening here is that Disney is figuring out what works in different parks. Social distancing here, will it work elsewhere? You know, I actually specifically asked about the health code because there's a government-mandated health code in China that the Shanghai park asks all the visitors to show them. That's not something that potentially would work, say, in the United States, where you probably won't have a government-mandated health code. So there's still a lot of learnings going on, but from what the company tells me, they are sharing a lot of these discussions with people within the industry.
Yeah, I guess part of it is if you were still forced to keep 6 feet apart in the parks, that would mean that you would have to have 2 lanes in between or 2 aisles in between everything on the rides, which means you'd get a lot fewer people going through. And I wonder if that's a point that would make it unprofitable for companies to operate here in the United States, too.
Yeah, no, I was actually asking a bit about the financials, but, you know, the people that I were talking to are on the operations side. So, you know, nobody really had much to say about that. Most of the executives are actually outside of China, and because of the way the restrictions are for travel, none of them were here for this reopening.
Right.